I believe if you just use one of your business cards, that'll probably suffice. They're not really.
I'm talking about board members. Like, we got a lot of people that are on boards. They don't have business cards that say they're on the airport board or the transit board, so not to pick on two.
We started out at one time having ID cards, and I think that kind of went by the wayside. But
Well,
I noticed
I'm
that.
just saying board members,
We still issue ID
yeah,
cards.
but I mean, we could have them for the board members also. They should
Sure.
have them.
Okay.
We still issue Lorain County ID cards all the time.
Yvonne's over there.
Yeah, because we mandate and stuff from the purchasing department, and they usually bring a pay stub or something to identify them with the county.
I'm talking about board members.
Board members don't get paid. That would be.
We usually don't have board members, to be honest with you.
Right.
They're mostly just employees from, the county agencies. The city of Elyria piggybacks off of us also.
Are we going to man the group sales this year?
Yeah, we do. We do every year.
Okay. I had thought that we would just go in the cash group sales and presenting ID. So we'll have one of our folks there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually Danica Ransom is at
I'll tell
the
you what. We'll make it
door.
real easy. We'll give them a list of all the board members from our master
Okay.
file, and they'll just identify themselves when they get there.
Okay. That'd be
With all that
fine.
volunteer work, they don't usually get too many perks, so.
But being we're talking about identification, it might be wise to go back to the identification cards, and when we send the booklets out for the board members, maybe to send a card along with it. I think our office does that. And we
Yeah.
do have the cards already
Yeah.
made up, just have
Yeah.
to sign off on them.
Mhm.
Usually that's what the employees have, is their ID cards that is taken from the county to
Okay.
identify themselves.
Thanks.
Number 11, authorize a salary increase for Alex Janeski, Jr., Magistrate, Lorain Municipal Court, effective retroactive to May 5, 2003. The biweekly rate will increase from $861.59 to $866.20 for longevity pay. This rate reflects the county's 2/5 share.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Authorize the release of retainage to various contracts for work performed on various county projects, and both projects have been completed with necessary paperwork being received. One, South Shore Electric, Elyria, Ohio, for Lorain County Jail Systems and Equipment in the amount of $4,988. And America Cut Coring and Sawing, Vermillion, Ohio, for the Chamberlain Road Bridge 0049 in the amount of $3,098.36.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Approve and enter into contract to retain the services of BKB Enterprises Incorporated, DBA BKB Forensic Consulting Group, LaGrange, Ohio, as an independent contractor effective retroactive to May 1st, 2003, for the purpose of providing expert testimony and technical advice to the county and Lorain County, Ohio Prosecutor's Office in conjunction with the defense of the matter of Freeman L. Morgan, ETAL versus Merrill P. Simmons, ETL, Lorain County, Ohio, Court of Common Pleas, case number 02CV133428, and authorize county auditor to issue a $2,100 retainer to BKB.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Under Job and Family Services, instruct the clerk to advertise various items for the Lorain County Department of Job and Family Services in the Chronicle Telegram and Morning Journal on May 13th and 20th. One is for prepaid merchandise cards for school supplies and school dress shoes and athletic shoes. Proposals to be opened on Tuesday, May 27, 2003 at 1:30 p.m. in the public hearing room. 2, summer camp to low-income children. Proposals to be open on Tuesday, May 27th at 2 p.m. And taxi transportation for clients to and from doctor's appointments, clinics, hospitals, labs, and other related medical appointments. Proposals to be open on Tuesday, May 27th at 2:30 p.m.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Under Workforce Development Agency, instruct the clerk to advertise for the Workforce Development Agency to be published in the Chronicle Telegram and Morning Journal on May 13th and 20th. 1, adult and dislocated worker programs under Title I of the Workforce Investment Act for the Workforce Investment Board of Lorain County, Ohio. Bid opening on Monday, June 2nd at 1:30 p.m. in the Commissioner's Back Conference Room. And 2, Workforce Investment Board Comprehensive Youth Development Program Services funded by Workforce Investment Act. Pre-bid conference will be held on May 27th from 1 to 3 at Workforce Development Agency, 42495 North Ridge Road, and bids will be opened on Monday, June 2nd at 2 p.m. in the Commissioner's Back Conference Room.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Under Children's Services, authorize various additions, deletions to personnel in Lorain County Children's Services Department to utilize the Shell Oil Gasoline Credit Card not to exceed $200 and the agency's MasterCard not to exceed $2,500 for the year 2003, and employees will be listed in the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Under Domestic Relations, approve Lorain County Domestic Relations Court Juvenile Division request for funding of two programs. One, $100,000 from the Ohio Office of Criminal Justice Services to continue the Success for Youth program to focus on juveniles who are low functioning and struggling in an educational environment, and will be provided case management services, job training, and readiness for the work field. There is a 25% cash match required to be financed through the court's Special Revenue Fund, Reclaim Ohio 22601, and $31,410 from the Victims of Crime Act to continue the Voices for Children program to provide volunteer guardian and linim to court-involved youths in need of assistance. There is a 25% cash match from the county's general fund and domestic relations account, and I'm going to add that now, 0010111401, in the amount of $10,303, which funds the PRS benefits of the volunteer coordinator who recruits and trains new volunteers.
So actually, that $10,303 is coming from domestic relations funds. So move.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Under the engineer, award contract to Cosin Construction Company, Frederickstown, Ohio, in the amount of $212,672.25 for the paved berms along Baumhart Road, U.S. Route 22, State Route 511, and Butternut Ridge, Oberlin, Elyria to LaGrange Road. 3 bids were received, this being the most responsive, complying with specification, and the engineer's estimate was $259,252. Funds are available in the MVGT account and issue a notice to proceed letter effective June 2, 2003, and to be completed on or before September 1, 2003, and authorize Lorain County Administrator to notify the county auditor to release retainage at the completion of said project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mr. Cordes, County Administrator?
No comments or reports this morning, thank you.
Assistant County Prosecutor?
I need to have an executive session to discuss a personnel issue with Jobs and Family Services. And depending on our time, I may address a litigation issue also.
Commissioners report?
Do you have anything, Betty?
Not this morning, thank you, Commissioner
Okay.
Vacy.
Yeah, and in the board correspondence, let's see what's that here. Number 9. As a county, do we have anybody actually helping to see if we can get any of the dollars to clean this up, the brownfields? It's like a notice, so I didn't know if we have anybody on our behalf doing this.
Not that I'm aware of. Mr. Twining could probably speak better to it, but I know the cities are actively working on brownfields, especially at the city of Elyria, but I don't think we have any issues right now we're dealing with in the county, but Ron would know better.
That's correct. We are aware of the legislation. We got that same correspondence. We've communicated with the 2 or 3 communities, village and 1 township that we think may have a brownfield situation, but the awards thus far have been for statewide really big projects, and I think that probably the city of Lorain and Elyria will be the ones that will likely apply. John Kiner is one of the people in this county that really understands, in my opinion, the brownfield legislation and Clean Ohio funds as well as anybody probably in the state of Ohio, so we get assistance from John quite often, and we thank the city of Elyria for that.
Are you talking to the areas right now to see if they can throw their hat in? Because
Yes.
it sounds like you're not going to do it. So.
No, we would be happy to. We don't think they'll have much success, frankly, but we'd
But
be
you'll
happy
still try?
to. Yes.
Okay, that's
yes.
all I want to hear. Still try. So.
Certainly.
Didn't Elyria get dollars from the brownfield for their site by their maintenance garage? They got a portion. Perhaps it's not from this.
Chris is saying yes.
Yes.
They've been successful 2 or 3 times. I wasn't sure whether they used Clean Ohio funds or what, but
I just want to make sure as a county we're doing our part to get some access to the funds, so.
Sure.
So you're the point man then, I take it?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Thanks,
I
Fran.
can't see behind. Okay, Chris, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but that area over on, is it Locust Street over here? Where it was a chemical dump at one time, what are they doing about that?
I don't think that, good morning, Commissioners. Chris Eichenlaub, the Assistant Safety Service Director for the City of Elyria. At this point, as Mr. Twining said, John Kiner has been working through the Clean Ohio Fund to get funds to clean up the Tappan facility. I know that the Locust was on the Superfund list. I know it's on the list of properties that needs to be worked on, but at this point I don't think that we have any applications in place for that. So as I speak, I believe the demolition is going on today for the Tappan plant over on Garden Street. So as soon as we finish that, we'll be continuing on, and I think Locust is next on our agenda.
I would hope so. I understand that EPA has been investigating that area for 30 years and nothing's been done. There's 27 foot of chemicals there on 4 acres of land on the riverbank, and that really concerns me because there is a lot of cancer and a lot of lupus in that area.
Right. Well, there's numerous sites in an old city like Elyria, and we're working through them, trying to clean them up as quickly as we can.
I think EPA really ought to kick it in gear. 30 years has been a long time.
I would agree with you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
And, thanks. I got one more announcement. I guess we're losing one of our reporters to Florida. I told her I wouldn't embarrass her, but I'm not, she wouldn't have showed up if I wouldn't done this. I think everyone can tell which one since she's over there hiding her face right now. But I just want to say you're going to be missed. Although I've not agreed with all your articles about this board, I do appreciate the fairness that you've given me, and I did enjoy, I guess, working.
Kristen,
with
take your
you,
hand
so.
down. Come on.
But
Friday.
I know, but I was afraid you might not show up next Thursday just because you know me, and I'd try to embarrass you a little bit. So I'm doing that now. So good luck in Florida. That's it.
Not only that,
Good luck
send us
from-
your address so we'll know where to visit you.
Good luck from all of us.
That's it for me.
Okay, thank you. I have a couple of things. I put the bicentennial bells out here that we ordered. We did receive them. And I was thinking the first set that was cast should probably go to the Historical Society, and then they will send us a certificate stating that they received it and that they're going to put it on display. And the second set, I asked the maintenance guys if they could make a plexiglass encasing to kind of set it up like I have here, and that we can set that by the window in the front office. And then I would purchase the third set, and I would open it for anyone to purchase any of them. That you can probably buy them individually or as a set. But I think we should offer that to the public, being there's only so many. It's my understanding that once these have been cast, that the mold is destroyed, and that's the end of it. So there will be some value to these. But I would like your thoughts on it also. Oh, and then I was also thinking maybe we should send at least one to JVS for making the bell rack, and probably one over to the engineers department for making the trailer for us and donating all that material and time.
I think what we got is what you're talking about is the one we're doing this August where they break the cast.
These.
I don't think they break the cast on these. These are what the
Yeah, I think they
company.
do.
There is,
The little ones, just the company makes and sends you whatever
Yeah,
you
but
want.
I think it has our name on it.
Oh, that one does. So, but
the smaller ones are readily available. The larger bell with the outline on top will only be, they have only casted 10 of those. They will not cast any more of those.
How many, please, Jim?
10.
10, thank you. I'm sorry. We agreed to purchase How many did we agree to purchase?
We purchased a 10.
10, okay.
So my understanding was the commissioners would all get 2 each, and then we could do what we want if we want to donate to the JVS or do the,
Each one of the commissioners have received a bell. There is, we have 6 more available that you can decide that you want, what you want to do with. You can each have 2. You can give 6 away together. You can divvy them up. You can do whatever you like with them.
so why don't we do this? Why don't all 3 of us put together a list of who we'd like to, our favorite 2 organizations would be, and then we'll see, just in case we're duplicating one, if you want to give it to JVS, I wanted to.
Well, I
There's
would
an
like
extra
to
one,
purchase
so-
a set myself
Oh, yeah.
for, to keep. And
that-
then I was thinking we should at least give one to JVS because I know that the
But-
kids put on, the welding department.
Oh,
they
that's fine,
They
that's
did
fine.
the,
Let's just put
even if
together-
you give them a little one. But the big ones, I think, were $180. I think, didn't we pay about $180 for that large one, Jim? Oh, I have it here, just a minute. The small ones were $40 each, and the large ones were $180 each.
My understanding, we were going to, was going to award them to the, throughout the community. Why don't we put together, each of us do our favorite 2 areas that we're going to give them to, and see if any of them are duplicated. If not, then I think we should all just, I mean, if that's okay with the board.
How many of the smaller ones did we purchase? I'm sorry,
6.
I didn't know we were going to
Forty.
discuss this
On the
today.
small ones, we purchased
40 of them.
enough for, excuse me?
40.
Yes, for all the political subdivisions, and I believe some of them were available for commemorative gifts from the board. Sandy, is that correct? And we can purchase more of the small ones should the board desire to have more of them. It's an excellent marketing tool for the county, and so more of them are necessary. We can procure more of them.
So it would be appropriate to put together, get to Jim a list of our 2 favorite organizations to donate this to? Or would
Which
you rather
ones?
have just each commissioner have 2 and do it on their own?
Which ones are you talking about? The big one?
$40 or the $180 ones? Let's just put together a list and well,
Well, I'm going to purchase that set.
that's fine. That's
But I think the first
You're
one,
asking-
see, they are certified.
No, but you're asking about 6 bells right now. Okay?
Right,
I
but-
was under the understanding that each of us would have 2 to...
No, but if you look at the certification,
Mhm.
the first bell cast is certified as Bell 1 cast. I think that's the one that should go to the Historical Society. Then number 2 should be placed out here in the office for the public to see it as it is here, with the certificate and the 2 bells and the pouch. And then the third one, I was given the third one, so I'm going to purchase that. And then we have 4 or 5,
We have 6.
we have 6 more after that.
Right, that's what I was saying. Do you want to...
But what if someone in the public would like a bell with
spend.
only get...
Well, I think...
Rather than to give them
I want to
away.
back up just a minute. I thought that there were only 10 of the larger ones made. Is that correct, Jim?
There is.
That's
And we
correct.
purchased them all, so...
That's correct, Sue.
That's all that we're working with there.
All right.
Well, I think we need to look at it a little bit further and see how we want to do it. I think you're an excellent suggestion, and Sandy did email that information around, and she, for some reason, she was not in the office yesterday, and so I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
She
But
wasn't feeling good.
probably,
Janice, you take a day off.
Why not?
yeah, I saw you floating around looking lost, too. So anyway, just so we really know who the power behind the throne is. So anyway, I think we need to have some further discussion on this.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm a little, Shirley R. Johnson Oben, I'm a little puzzled by some of your discussion, which I couldn't hear all of it sometimes. It seems to me that if the county has purchased centennial bells with public money, that it should be a decision of the commissioners as commissioners, not a decision of individual commissioners to decide who to give those extra bells to.
Now, that's why I brought it up at the meeting, because I'd like my colleagues' input.
Okay. Well, I haven't even identified anybody if we were going to give them away. So I'll put together a list of people that I would think would be more appropriate to get these bells.
Are you in agreement to have one
I'm in agreement
set
to-
send to the Historical Society?
That will be discussed, I think, in the future.
I think that was an excellent comment, Shirley. Thank
Yeah.
you. So I think we need to look at this a little bit further.
When we get them, I saw mine today.
I saw the one that was in my office yesterday, so.
Well, do you want to think about it, and we'll schedule a discussion for it next week? Shouldn't take too much thought to decide what we want to do with them.
I'm certainly willing to think about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to, you know,
I want to wait till the bicentennial bell is actually
and we
being
might want to
passed.
do that too. I think that I think that you mentioned it would be a good marketing thing for the commissioners. I think it would be nice to make some official presentations if in fact that's what we're going to do, rather
in
than just say
August.
this one goes
Yeah.
there and just send it. I think we ought to go with the bell. I think it would be an opportunity for us to tout the 200th anniversary of the bicentennial here in our county. So I think we ought to do something with it.
I also thought if you wanted to give them away, we could arrange to have some of them engraved. So, you know, as you work through this process, we can have them engraved and given out to wherever you'd like them. We have marketing dollars available to do that. We're always looking for ways to market, so I think it's an excellent tool.
Well, rather than, I don't know, I was under the understanding that the commissioners were going to be given a set of bells, and I just cannot accept it as a gift, and that's why I decided I would buy mine. Okay, so when do you want to decide?
I don't think we made a decision on a decision. I don't think it's the thing. Why rush it? I mean, I thought we were going to do something tied into the bicentennial celebration and the fair, so.
So we just hold on to the bells until August?
Oh, up to that point, I don't see. It would probably be more appropriate to do something at that time because we're going to have a week-long celebration. People will be out at the fair looking at them, trying to make a 250-pound bell. And at that point, maybe we invite the people out that will be awarding them, if that's what we're doing at that time. I think it'd be more appropriate at that time.
I know, but when do you want to make a decision in regards to what we're going to do? Do you want to wait until August? A week, a month?
Yeah, we can wait mid-July, a couple, maybe a month before. Give us some time to think about it. That wouldn't be bad. Make sure people can show up to the fair, the people that we're recognizing. If that's what the intention of the board is.
So the beginning of August?
No.
So that we
I would
can
say
at
mid-
least...
I would say mid-July because the fair.
I mean, okay,
Yeah,
July.
Probably July 15th.
That'll give us enough time to notify people?
Yeah, I think that'd be more appropriate.
Okay.
If that's the path that we're doing.
Okay. And I just wanted to once again thank Sheffield Township and the community for their hospitality and allowing us to use their facility. And also mention that the next evening meeting is on June the 5th, Thursday at 7 p.m. New Russia Township Hall on Butternut Ridge Road in Oberlin. Oh, and there was one more other thing. Email. I received an email from someone in regards to the dog pound and this organization, Saving Dogs, that they would like to work with the dog pound, and instead of putting the dogs to sleep, they would like to take the dogs, and I don't know what it is. They didn't mention what they did with the dogs, but I thought maybe we could give this information to the dog warden and see if he could kind of follow up on it. It's a way of saving dogs.
I forwarded the ball out to talk to Jim. Let it be his headache.
I did email
Did
the
you do
dog
that?
warden.
Did you
Did you?
tell him?
Okay.
Mr. Cordes and the three of you.
Thank you,
But
Tracy.
would he need instruction from us to follow up on it?
This is like another rescue service outside our county that wants to come into our county. How many more rescue services are we going to have in Lorain County?
I don't
We,
think they
uh,
want to come in. They're just asking for the dogs, Dave.
That's a rescue service.
We work with quite a few rescue operatives. They're normally very select in the type of animals that they want to procure from the pound. Most of them are breed specific, but they'll find us cooperative with them if they want to look for breed specific dogs. We'll work with them. Well, we always try to. Most of the time, though, they want us to waiver license fees and adoption fees and so forth, and we have yet to really go down that road because then the residents of Lorain County would want us to do the same thing for them when they go out and they pick up a dog. So we're working actively with them in a cooperative spirit, and we're looking at possibly trying to restructure some fees. So the information is very appreciated, and we'll get some feedback to you on that as we move forward with the issue.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I have.
Old business?
None?
I have none.
None here.
New business?
I have none.
None?
Just other than what was noted that the next meeting will be June 5th.
Yes.
In the Rich Township Hall. Board correspondence?
I move the reading be waived.
Second?
Discussion? Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Public comment?
Yes.
Shirley R. Johnson, Oberlin. Under item number 17, number 2, funding for Voices for Children. We haven't heard much about this program since Lillian Leach was in charge, and I think it would be interesting to hear a report on how it is doing, the number of guardian ad items, and their efforts in general. Thank you.
Shirley, that's a good suggestion because they are doing some television advertisement, and the number of child advocates has increased. I think we're up to about 100, and it's either 140 or 150, which is wonderful. And people say that they have heard it on television, and before that they didn't know anything about it. So that advertisement that they're doing is working. And I know every place I go, I boast about it and ask people to participate. It's a wonderful program that these people are volunteers. They do not receive any money, but they are there in support of the children. They go to court for the children. What they really are is the voices for the children. So if there's anyone in the audience that is interested, I don't have the telephone number handy, but if they call the office, we'd be glad to give it to them. And there is some training. They are trained and certified. And if anybody has any questions, like I said, please call the office. We'll be happy to assist. Anyone else with any questions or comments? Well, thank you for your attendance.
Make a motion, or we already did it?
We did.
Okay.
Two.
3?
There were 3.
No. Oh,
Yeah, that one.
okay. 1, 2, and 3.
I'll
First
second.
election summary
So
sheet.
these 1, 2, and 3, or 1,
Yes.
2?
Okay.
1, 2,
For
and 3.
May 7th,
Okay.
2003.
I second.
I'm sorry. Discussion? Ms. Vacy?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Motion adjourned.
Was that agreement part of that?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that one, yeah. Second.
Ms. Vacy? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
So-
Grass clippings, food scrap, garden remains, leaves, all have one thing in common. They can all be composted. All these things will go back to nature, using only air and water. Nature will recycle these and numerous other items back into rich soil to benefit your garden or shrubs. Turn it on the ground or tumble it in special drums. Composting saves landfill space and can save you money. Composting can turn into a fun project for the entire family.
to welcome you to this topping out ceremony, which signifies that the highest point of construction has been reached and completed. This event includes an historically based ritual during which an evergreen tree and the American, state, and county flags are raised to the highest point of this structure. This effort is a gesture of wishing prosperity to the building and safety to those who use it, as well as to recognize the diligence of the construction workers for their care and concern while building it, especially during this severely cold past winter season. The sunshine and warmth today is indicative of the spring season, which we will officially welcome tomorrow. Topping out ceremonies are an important custom in the steel construction industry. However, there are various stories about its origin. One is that the Germans in the Black Forest seem to have invented the Christmas tree custom to celebrate the Nativity of Jesus Christ, and hardly a structure goes up in Germany without an evergreen to signal the birth of a new building. The Swiss also lay claim to the custom of a fir tree to signal the topping out. The American flag was added in about 1919 to demonstrate the iron workers' loyalty to flag and country. Others believe the flag was first used when steel framing became popular. It was in dedication to good old U.S.-made, take my page away, take the first page, page 2, good old U.S.-made steel beams. The signing of the last beam or girder by laborers has similar traditional roots. So we are gathered here today to add our own personal touch to this topping out ritual and to give thanks to the dedicated employees who have worked so hard and through such a winter to continue to keep this project on schedule. I have an email from my former administrative assistant, Gloria Krutler, from North Fort Myers. She regularly checks the Justice Center's progress on the webcam. Her March 15th memo says, quote, "The Justice Center building is looking good. It must have been rough on the construction crews with all the bad weather you had had." So, your progress and devotion is known in Florida as well. Last fall, we predicted that the topping out ceremony would occur on my birthday, which is this Saturday. So thanks again for all your hard work and for being on time. The citizens of Lorain County appreciate all the fine work that has gone into this project to date. We look forward to its dedication, and we invite you all to move down to the beam now and to sign your names.
What this is generally on these type of jobs, we like to put a panel together that simulates all the aspects of the building. The building is going to be comprised of 2 different colors of brick with various different reveals in that brick. Also, you're going to have sandstone cast into the brick in certain panels. Outside of that, this is going to be the curtain wall system. I don't know how many of y'all have seen the rendering of the building. We have a large curtain wall that goes up the front of the building. It's going to be comprised of this type of material in this color, and then we throw in the different types of glass that'll also be in that panel. On the other side, you'll see there's a louver in place. That's just going to be the typical type of louver that'll be in an exhaust area of the building. We just try to depict all the aspects of the building in this small little mock-up panel, just so everyone can have an idea of what it looks like. What we'll do is we'll just take a tour of the prisoner and we'll go into the secure areas that we've recently completed. Of course, this is the secure sally port where the sheriff can bring criminals down and unload them. The doors go down, everything's secure. From this point, as we go through, everything is secure.
We're going to use combo locks on all the doors. So only they'll be able to get down here. But this is not, none of this can be open to the public.
Right. What's in here, right?
This is one of the hearts of the building. This is the main chiller room. Suburban piping, process piping's been hard at work down here, as you can see, getting the main part of the building. As far as all the final control. You've got 2 different chillers, pumps, auxiliary pumps, everything to keep the building cool and warm as necessary. As the piping or the pumps vibrate, there's enough of a jolt in there that eventually it'll wear out. These are Victaulic fittings. They have a rubber O-ring in here. It'll wear those out unless you have some flexible connector to let things move separately. This room houses the air handler that controls all the airflow in this level of the building. Also, this room contains the fire suppression system booster pumps, domestic water booster pumps. All the main water flow in the building comes from this room. And as you can see, that's all the pipes that go over to those chillers, conveys through here, continues out down that corridor, and eventually it'll go up 7 floors to the top. Those hanger beams, they'll get fireproofed afterwards. No asbestos. Generally, they come in and they fireproof all the structure, and once these men come in and start hanging pipes, they have to kind of improvise and put their own steel up. As that's not a structural member of the building so much, it's not as important that it's all done at the same time. On the other side of this wall, we've got just typical, I believe it's the sheriffs and the personnel, their locker rooms and things are down there. And around the corner, that's just a general purpose corridor. If somebody comes here, they're going to go through those secure areas, into the secure elevators, right up to the court floor that they're going to be on. There'll be another secure holding facility there. Unlike the way things are right now, prisoners aren't going to be out in the open. When this facility is in operation, once they come in, they're well isolated from everyone else. We're scheduled right now, and we're right on track, I believe, to be turning the building over late spring of 2004. And we hope that the building will be in operation in the summer of 2004. It's going to take quite a bit of time for the county to move in, get all their equipment in place, their furniture in place. So we're looking at, in the summer of 2004.
Every year in Lorain County, hundreds of children are abused and neglected. Many are removed from their homes for their protection. Judges must decide their futures, but they need information to make these critical decisions. You can provide this information through Voices for Children. Volunteers are men and women from all walks of life with no special or legal background who work alongside attorneys, social workers, and other court employees. As an officer of the court, you find out as much as you can about the child. You will review records, interview parents and relatives, foster parents, talk to teachers, neighbors, and most importantly, the child. When the volunteer has a complete profile, he or she appears in court to recommend what is best for the child's future. You've heard the statistics on child abuse. Now is your chance to do something about it. You don't need any special qualifications, only the desire to protect local children who desperately need your help. To become a special advocate or for more information on our next training session, call Voices for Children today.